Hello there guys, welcome back to 100% Chelsea for another episode of Chelsea Weekly. And today we've got another few interesting stories for you. So stick around, listen, watch, and find out some interesting stuff. So the first story, which some of you would have heard, because John Terry gave an interview after the game against Watford on Monday to Sky Sports, and he was asked about his future. And he said he isn't yet sure whether he will retire or not, whether Sunday's game will be the last game of his professional career, whether he will continue playing, and if he does, whether that will be in England or somewhere abroad. He doesn't know yet. But the main thing about this is retirement is still an option. So please, John, please just retire. Please. Because I don't want you playing for another club, mate. I really don't. Especially not in England. Like, if you want to go to, like, the US or even China, fine. Good luck. But not in England and not like Portugal. Because, if you join a good club in Portugal, you could play against us in the Champions League. That wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be fun in the slightest. So I'm not a fan of that. Like, I mean, if you could retire, that'd be good. Because, it's always good to have this one club man. Like, you always love that. Everyone loves that. It's also good for him, isn't it? So, I don't know. I'd hope he does retire. You could clearly see on his face after he scored the goal on Monday. Obviously, in the first moment, he was really happy and you could just see that smile on his face. But after a few seconds, like, he got really emotional. It looked like he was about to start crying. Probably didn't help his defending a minute later when he made that mistake for the 1-0. But he just looked really emotional. So I'm not sure, obviously, he will be even more so emotional on Sunday. Whether he will be able to cope playing somewhere else but Chelsea, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But at least there's still the option of retirement. For me, anyway. I know some people that want him to continue playing just because they want to watch him play more. I know. But for me personally, I'd rather him retire so he doesn't play against Chelsea and he stays a one-club man. I'd love it. And the second story is quite a big story, actually. It's about Kyle Walker. We all know him. Right back, Tottenham Hotspur. And, he's been left out of a fair few games recently. And been replaced by Kieran Trippier. So, that's a bit odd. He didn't start against Arsenal in the North London derby. He didn't start against us in the Cup, which I thought, well, maybe they're just rotating a little bit. But I don't think he started against United on the weekend either in their last game ever at the Lane. So those are very big games to be left out of, considering I think he's in the Team of the Year, in the PFA Team of the Year, isn't he? That's quite a big move by Pochettino to leave him out of those sort of games. And apparently, Chelsea are very much so interested in signing him. And also, he's apparently interested in leaving Tottenham. Whether he's interested in joining Chelsea or not, I don't know. What you have to look at is he's only on £70,000 a week. I say only. Obviously, it's a lot of money. But, in footballing terms at his level, that's not a lot of money. And especially because Tottenham's wage cap is £100,000 a week. We can obviously offer more than that. Spurs have generally been very reluctant to sell to rivals, in particular to Chelsea and Arsenal. But me personally, I'd love him. I know people say don't sign players from rival clubs because you never know their feelings towards the club he signs for now and his old club and stuff. But I always feel like if he's willing to join the rival club, surely his affection for the old club can't be that big, right? So if he's willing to join, it must be alright, I suppose. He's really good. And, I wouldn't even say he's necessarily always the better choice over Victor Moses. He's good. I'd say he's a better player in general. But Moses, in my opinion, is better going forward. And Walker is better defensively. He's still not the best, right back defensively, Kyle Walker. But he's still better than Moses, I feel like. So we have a bit of a different option. How do we approach the game? Do we approach it a bit more offensive and have a more offensive, more attacking right wing back? Or do we have a bit more defensive wing back, which, it's good to have that option. So leave me your thoughts on that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if that happens. I doubt it, but it's just some rumours that have been floating around, so I thought I'd mention it. And then the last story is about Andrea Conti. Not Conte, Conti. A lot of you might never have heard of him, but he's a 23-year-old Italian right back / right wing back, and he plays for Atalanta Bergamo. We're actually doing incredibly well this season. They're 5th, and they're not the biggest club. They're ahead of AC Milan, Inter Milan, Fiorentina. They're doing incredibly well. And like I said, Andrea Conti is their starting right wing back. They play with a 3 at the back and 2 wing backs, and he's doing really well. according to various reports, Atalanta have actually turned down a £12 million bid by Atletico for him. Like just now, really, over the last couple of days. Which obviously opens up a window for other clubs. And, you know, there's a lot of big clubs interested in him. Inter Milan is interested, AC Milan is interested, Napoli, even Bayern Munich. And obviously we have more financial capability than Atletico Madrid do. So if it's just about money, that they want more money, we can definitely offer that. And, you know, he's having a really good season. From right wing back, he's scored 8 goals and has 4 assists in 29 league starts. Like, that's really good. That's really good. You know, of course, I haven't seen him play a lot. I've seen a few games, but not a lot. And I didn't look at him in particular because, you know, why would I? There wasn't any links before. But I've not seen him make any mistakes. That's all I can say. Whenever I've watched him, he seemed like solid. He didn't like shine badly or in a good way. So difficult to judge for me. But what were we thinking when we signed Marcos Alonso last season? None of us were really like, oh, he's going to be good. And he is good. And he turned out great. So if Conte wants Conti, go for it, mate. Because you seem to have a good hand with these wing-backs. Especially if they're Italian. I mean, Marcos Alonso isn't Italian, but you know what I mean. Anyway, but yeah, that's all of the stories for today. Leave me all of your thoughts down in the comment section below on all of these. Obviously on John Terry. Do you want him to retire rather than playing? Obviously, we all want him to play abroad if he has to continue playing. Preferably, I suppose all of us prefer him to play even like in the US or in China, not even in Europe. So there's not even a chance of him facing us in the Champions League. But, you know, what's your thoughts? Do you want him to retire? Do you want him to keep playing? Where do you want him to keep playing and stuff like that? Leave me all of that down in the comment section below. Again, like I've said earlier, on Kyle Walker, would you even want him? How would you compare him to Victor Moses? Is he better? Is he worse? What is he better at? What is he worse at? Leave me all of your thoughts on that as well. And Andrea Conti, first of all, have you ever heard of him? And if not, what do you think? Obviously, after what I've said, a fair few big clubs are interested. He's having a really good season at a team that I think overachieving, to my knowledge. Very much so overachieving, actually. I know that they're overachieving, but I think they're actually very much so overachieving. But yeah, again, all your thoughts down in, you know, about Andrea Conti down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. We massively do appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and up to Chelsea, and see you next time.